Hey everybody, welcome back! South Korea is a country that is located in East Asia. The official name for the country is Republic of Korea. A population is nearly 52 million people and making it the 27th largest country in the world. Seoul is the country's capital and it's also the most populous city in the country. Around 25 million people are living in the metropolitan area of Seoul and is the 5th largest metropolitan area in the world. Over half of South Koreans do not have particular religion and over 1/4 are Christian. The official currency is South Korean won. The country has a total area of 100,363 square kilometers. The only country with the land border with South Korea is North Korea. South Korea is mostly surrounded by water and has a 2,413 kilometers of coastline along 3 seas. To the west is the Yellow Sea, to the south is the East China Sea, and to the east is the Sea of Japan. Let's check out these amazing facts about South Korea. The name Korea comes from the Goryeo, which was the name given to the dynasty established by the general Wang Jiyon in 918 AD. Goryeo means high and clear. Some poetic interpretations of the name Korea are land of the high mountains and sparkling streams, and land of the morning call. In Korea, babies are considered 1 year old at birth, so they are 1 year older than any other person in the world. Only 3.2% of the South Koreans are overweight, which ties the country of Japan for the lowest percentage in the world. South Korea is home to Haesingdang Park, which is full of penis statues. And also there is a penis-themed restaurant in there, which is hard to miss because of the statues of penises lining the path to the restaurant. Since 1998, millions of people from around the world have flocked to the South Korea's Buryang Mud Festival, where for 10 days the revelers enjoy mud massages, mud photo contests, mud marathons, and mud wrestling contests. It was originally conceived as a way to advertise mud cosmetics. When a Korean's name is written in red ink, this indicates that the person is about to die or is already dead. On Jeju, South Korea's largest island, giant stone statues known as the Old Grandfather can be found along the beaches. Newlywed women believe that if they touch the statue's long, broad, phallic-looking noses, they will be blessed with fertility. South Koreans consider the number 4 as unlucky, and it's associated with the death. This belief seems to have come from China. South Korea is the largest market for plastic surgery per capita in the world. It is estimated between 1 of 5 and 1/3 of women in Seoul have gone under the knife for at least one cosmetic procedure. Along with Tokyo residents, people of Seoul get the least amount of sleep of any residents of the major cities in the world, just fewer than 6 hours a night. South Korea has the world's fastest wireless speeds on the planet, with an average download speed 33.5 megabits per second, nearly 3 times an average speed of the second place Hong Kong. The country also has an average upload speed of 17 megabits per second. 100% of the South Koreans have a broadband access. In 2012, a prison in the South Korean city of Pohang became home to the world's first robotic prison guards. The country also used robots to guard the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. South Koreans love shopping, and the country has some of the biggest shopping malls in the world. The stores are open until 4 in the morning, while most restaurants, bars, and cafes are only open until 11 p.m. The Shinsegae department store in South Korea is the world's largest department store as of 2009. South Koreans are automatically classified at birth according to their blood type, which is a custom that originated in Japan but has become very important in South Korean culture and may even determine who gets to marry whom. South Koreans love sweet potatoes so much that there's every possible dish flavored with sweet potato, including main courses, desserts, chips, bread, salads, and sweet potato topped pizza. And they also love honey butter chips, which are the potato chips flavored with the honey and butter from France. Taxis in South Korea are color-coded according to the level of the service offered. A gray or white taxi is basic car with a qualified but potentially inexperienced driver, while the black cabs are luxury cars with experienced drivers. Most restaurants, including McDonald's, will deliver food straight to homes in South Korea. South Korea's national dish is kimchi, which is the combination of vegetables and spices that have been fermented underground for months. It is served with almost everything. The first written description of making kimchi dates to about 1250 AD, and there are about 170 varieties of the dish. Playing the online video game StarCraft is a legitimate career in South Korea. Since the game launched in 1988, nearly half of all the games have been sold in South Korea. It is one of the best-selling games for the personal computer in history. Instead of hair heaters, Koreans have heated floors. Called ondol, the heat is passed in pipes under the floor. This heating system goes back to Goguryeo dynasty. In South Korea, more than 90% of the houses have ondol, and people eat, sleep, and watch TV on the warm floor. South Koreans are the world's biggest users of the credit card since 2011, making 129.7 transactions per person that year. South Korea passed a law in 1998 that requires all online shopping and banking to be done using Internet Explorer. It is still in place. 10-pin bowling was introduced to South Koreans by the American GIs during the Korean War, and it is still a popular sport in South Korea today. Koreans have two legends about their country's founding. The first tells of the godlike figure called Dangun or Tangun, who established an ancient state in North Korea around 2333 BC. The other, supported by Chinese texts, states that a Manchu tribal chief named Kija led a band of his followers to Joseon after the fall of the Chinese Shang dynasty around 1100 BC. The Korean War was the first major military conflict between the United States and the Soviet Union, but it has never officially ended. After a 3-year-long conflict during the 1950s, North and South Korea signed a ceasefire, which has since been upheld. Technically, it could end at any time. One of the nicknames for the South Korean people is the people who wear white, which came from the graceful white hanboks that the commoners wore during the early kingdoms. The hanbok is still worn today, mainly ceremonially, and is honored as a cultural treasure. South Korea is home to Chimsing-dang Observatory, the world's first astronomical laboratory, built during the 6th century AD. South Korean martial art Taekwondo is the country's most famous sport. It literally means the way of the fist and foot. It most likely started around 2,000 years ago when a Korean warrior developed a style of the fighting that used the bare hands and feet instead of the weapons. It is practiced worldwide today and became an official Olympic sport in 2002. It is the only Olympic sport that has originated in South Korea. Korean wrestling can be traced back to 37 BC. It started as a competition between wheelchairs before it became the martial art. Today it's a television sport with the matches performed in stadiums. Two wrestlers grab each other's sash and try to push each other out of the ring of sand. South Korean women are good at golf. 38 of the top 1,000 female golfers in the world, and 9 of the current top of 25 are South Korean. Lydia Ko set the world record in 2013 for the youngest woman ever to win the professional tournament at the age of 14. The most common family names in South Korea are Kim, Lee, and Park. More than 20% of the South Koreans have the last name Kim. Both the tiger and rabbit are important Korean folk symbols. Some Koreans say the Korean peninsula is shaped like a tiger and others a rabbit. Both animals are found in Korean folk tales and folk art. Hyundai Automotive Company is South Korea's largest automaker and the second largest in Asia. In 2013, it ranked the fifth largest automaker in the world, manufacturing some 7.5 million new cars and trucks. Kite flying is a popular pastime in South Korea, and on the last day of the new moon during the Lunar New Year, people traditionally let go of their kites, hoping their bad luck will float away with them. As of 2013, 78.5% of South Korean population had a smartphone, the highest percentage in the world. Among 18 to 24-year-olds, 97.7% have a smartphone. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button.